foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail Biafra.
Kiwe duanye no so nke ezi omume gị. Kiwe wezugara anyị nrịanja niile, ọrịa niile nke pụrụ ịdakwasị mmadụ dị ndụ. N'ihi na ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye na-agwọ ọrịa. Ka anyị wee na-akpọkụ gị onwe gị bụ sinile nke ndị agha, ka iwe mere anyị ebere. Ka akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka ude nke anyị na-asụ wee bịa n'iru gị. Ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee guzosi ike. Ka anyị wee n'ikpete maazị nye ha sọgụtụtara nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise mma dịrị gị Chineke. Mma dịrị gị Chineke. Mma dịrị gị Chineke. That is the language of heaven that I have prayed in, and we shall continue.
Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you notify each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much, and remember this. Always remember to go to the comment section and leave your comment. Also, share the video. Share the video with your friends and family. Share it to your relatives. Share it to every platform where you belong so that people can hear our voice. If you cannot be able to speak on your own platform, why not help and share the video? Share every video that comes from Biafran agitators, Oduduwa agitators, and all those fighting for their freedom. Share it. Let it go like wildfire so that people will know our plight. While you are sharing and doing the necessary thing, also go in prayer with our Swing Lamazin Nanikan. We are still praying along with him. The 150 days prayer is still going on. And if you have not joined, please, it is not yet late. You can join us. Continue to pray. Pray for our school leader, Mazin Nanikan. Pray for Biafra. Pray for all those who are suffering in the contraction called Nigeria at least once every day. It will go a long way to help. It will go a long way to help. And those of you who have not yet started supporting the ESN, please, if you have not started supporting USN, this is time for you to start supporting. If you have been supporting, this is time for you to increase your support. Increase your support to ESN because the battle has just started. The battle has just started. It is not a child's play. If you think it's a child's play, it is not. And the battle is real. Everything that has been spoken of in the past, it is now before us. It is not issue of telling us it will be, it will come, it will come. It has come already. It is happening before our very eyes. Everything that our Swing Lamazin Nanikan have revealed, revelations from all angles, everything he has said has come to play before your own very eyes. So when you see somebody talking about the situation of the contraction called Nigeria, it is no longer a child's play. And the people who are there are not ready to save you. All the elites in Nigeria, political elites, the religious elites, the celebrities or whatever you call them, everyone, all those people who are in power, all those people you can call elite in that very country called Nigeria, it doesn't matter their religion, it doesn't matter their tribe. They are there for their own selfish interest. They're not there for you. They don't care about you. They don't care what you do. They don't care if you live or you die. They don't care. They just believe that they have the security within themselves. Even though the country is insecure, they feel that they themselves are secure. But I bet you, it's not going to be for too long. They are not going to have that confidence for too long. Very, very soon. Very, very soon. Nigeria is going to be another Afghanistan. It is not a prediction. I'm not predicting. Neither am I trying to say something that is not yet happening. This is something that is before your own very eye. When you look at how things are playing out, you will see that Nigeria have arrived to Afghanistan. When you see somebody like General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida coming out to provide solution to a country that he himself destroyed, what do you think is happening? And people are listening to him. People are coming on national television to praise him during his 80th birthday, coming to provide solution to Nigeria that he himself destroyed, saying all manner of nonsense, and people are praising him. Where do you think Nigeria is heading to? This same Buhari was the person that went to register Nigeria as Islamic country. He was the person that took Nigeria to OIC. He was the person that took Nigeria to OIC to make Nigeria an Islamic nation. It was this same Babangida, knowing fully well that Nigeria is not an Islamic nation. Nigeria is a secular country with different religions, not just Christians and Muslims. There are other religions, traditional religions in Nigeria. He knows it very well. But Babangida took Nigeria and registered Nigeria as an Islamic nation to OIC. And since then, things has never been the same. Since then, things have never been the same. When you are talking about Fulanization started from even this useless man called Babangida. Babangida played a role in the Fulanization and still playing a role. Today, he's someone that is coming to provide solution to tell us who will be the president and who is not being president. He is going to end up in picking up one of their stooges and put him there to begin to play the same script that they are pursuing. The Fulanization and Islamization of Nigeria, which started from him, Babangida. And it's so shameful that some people, even people from the southern part of Nigeria, are coming out to praise this man. A man that destroyed the country. The most democratic election that was held in Nigeria, it was this man, Babangida, that killed Abiola by annulling the election. Then his brother came into power. When his brother came into power, you see what happened. He killed Abiola. The same thing Buhari did when it was the turn of Elias Ekwueme to become the president. Instead of Elias Ekwueme becoming president, this Buhari overthrew Shagari. Buhari overthrew Shagari, took Elias Ekwueme and put in Kirikiri. Meanwhile, he took Shagari and put in house arrest. Simply because after the tenure, it was Elias Ekwueme that was supposed to be the president of the country. This is the script they have been playing, making sure that the country is in the hand of the Fulani Janjaweed. They have been playing the script for a very long time, and all of a sudden you see this idiot coming to provide solution. That is not all said and done. And when people are talking about the destruction of Nigeria or Nigeria to be Fulanized, some Southerners think it is a joke. They say it cannot happen. It is happening already. It is happening already. You see what Boko Haram is doing. Boko Haram telling you that they have repented. Telling them they give them VIP treatment, provide bus for them. With the flag of Biafra, provide bus to carry them. Bus, special treatment. They are giving to Boko Haram special advertisement. And people who have killed different kinds, wiped away families. Even those they abducted, they brought them back. The children they abducted and raped, make them pregnant and give children, they brought them back as their wives. Still, your government is promoting them, carrying them on convoy to celebrate them. Watch this video.
Suna tafiya jama'a. Ga sunan suna tafiya one by one. Yan Boko Haram ne daga Mafa sun tuba za kai su Borno State. Kun gan su nan mota guda uku.
This is what is happening in your so-called country you are calling. And they are still coming, pretending that all is well. They are surrendering to who? When the whole school in the north is being shut down. They have succeeded in what they are looking for. Education is not allowed. Today, education is not allowed in the north. Education is not allowed in the north. Schools are shut down. More are shutting down, and they are bringing it down to south. And you are still silent. It is so shameful. It is so shameful. It is so shameful that even Southerners are promoting this. The world knows what is happening in Nigeria. It doesn't matter how the government pretend. Recently, your so-called Minister of Information, the greatest liar in the government of Muhammad Buhari, Liar Mohammed, he came on BBC to receive a disgrace. He came to BBC to disgrace himself the more. Yeah, we are asking him about the situation of Nigeria, security in Nigeria. He's telling the world that the Buhari government is in control, that they are winning. Winning who? What are you winning?
Government is winning the war against insecurity, be it Boko Haram, be it banditry, be it the separatists, movements. We are winning the war.
How can you say that when even just last weekend, we saw them attacking schools in the northwest of the country?
I didn't say that we stopped banditry or we stopped this. I said we are winning the war against them. Even the safest country in the world will still witness crimes, on a daily basis. But it is a response of that government to the crimes that makes all the difference. And I say, if the number of Boko Haram insurgents that have given up their soldiers who have surrendered in the last few weeks is anything to go by, if the successes of the military, and here I'm talking about both the Air Force and the ground forces, anything to go about in the war against bandits, we are winning the war.
Well, I mean, for you to say you're winning the war, yet you have the governor of Katsina State who has just told citizens in that state to arm themselves to fight the bandits. You had no less than the Minister of Defense say exactly the same thing back in February, that civilians should take up arms now to fight these bandits. If you were winning the war, why would civilians have to come out and fight?
Peter, we are winning this war. And my evidence that we're winning the war is the number of casualties being suffered by the insurgents and by the bandits. And there's no better way of evidence that you're winning the war than when your enemies are surrendering their arms, they're surrendering, the soldiers are surrendering, and you are taking them into camps to retrain them and to de-radicalize them.
But I mean, I doubt very much if you could say that to the families of those people who are still being killed almost on a daily basis by insurgents, by kidnappers, by bandits, by cattle rustlers. Would you consider that a fair thing to tell to them, that you are winning this war, even though their people are being killed? Probably the world will better appreciate what Nigerians achieved when they see that the US, after 20 years, $1 trillion down the drain, thousands of lives killed, it took the Taliban only a few weeks to come back. That is not happening in Nigeria. Some people would argue that rather than spend your time, facing all these challenges, rather than that, you're trying to muzzle free speech. They point to your ban on Twitter, even though Nigerians have disregarded that ban and you can almost do nothing about it. If we are in government and you have a platform that preaches and preaches hatred,
the only thing you are winning is that you are renaming Boko Haram to bandit. Tomorrow you rename them from bandit to unknown gunmen. The next day you give them, that is the only thing they are very good at. Changing the name of this insecurity, changing the name of the terrorists from time to time. That is the only thing they are good at. They change it and they think they will deceive the world. You can't deceive everybody. People know what is going on and the country will pay dearly for that. If you have not seen the video of what is going on in Afghanistan, go and watch it. Every Nigerian from the southern part of Nigeria, everybody from the southern part of Nigeria should go and watch the video of what is happening in Afghanistan. I have played some of it here several times. Go and watch the video. That is what is about to play in Nigeria. That is what is about to play in Nigeria. As you are welcoming Boko Haram in convoy to come and stay in the communities, that is what is going to happen in Nigeria. And it's going to happen very, very soon before you know it. It's going to happen. It doesn't matter how you pretend. It doesn't matter if you talk about it or you don't talk about it. It will happen. May God save the innocent people in that very country from called Nigeria. May God save the indigenous people. May God protect Biafra. Protect the Oduduwans. That is all we are praying for. The only solution to this very problem, the only thing that can stop this death that is coming is referendum. A breakup of this very contraption called Nigeria so that people will have peace. If you want to build your caliphate, build it in the north. The Southerners who want to play a secular system can run their secular system. That is the only solution to the problem. Apart from that, nothing else. It is death that is coming. And we have to continue to speak up. Speak up on your platform, no matter how small, no matter how big. The more you keep silent, the more you become complicit to the problem. And it's going to consume you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter how poor you are. It doesn't matter your tribe. You see what is happening in Afghanistan. The Muslims, a Muslim country, they are running away. They are not Christians. They are Muslims. They are running away from their country. And you think it's a child's play. It is coming to Nigeria. If you have not started speaking or start preparing, prepare yourself. Speak up and prepare yourself for what is about to come. May Chukwu Okike continue to protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike continue to protect everyone that is genuinely fighting for freedom in that country called Nigeria. May Chukwu Okike protect Sunday Igboho, set him free wherever he's been held captive. May Chukwu Okike protect the Oduduwans, protect the Biafrans, protect the Middle Belt, protect everyone that is genuinely fighting for freedom in that country called Nigeria. May Chukwu Okike give our school leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu good health, more revelations, so that we can get to the promised land with him very, very soon. Our supreme leader is strong, stronger than ever. He's spiritually energized more than ever. For those of you who are outside and thinking that nothing is going to happen to our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is stronger and he is coming out. I only pity those of you who are walking about, listening to gossip, not doing the necessary, not praying or working. Instead, you are busy gossiping, trying to demoralize those who are working for the actualization of Biafra. Sorry for you. We will get to where we are going. If you wish us death, you're going to die. You kill us, we will kill you. At the end of the day, Biafra is already here. Oduduwa is here. People are free, and we will celebrate. Sing the joyful song in that promised land where God has promised us. We will be there. Nobody's going to stop us. Thank you so much for watching, and remember this. Bye-bye. See you again at the next video.
O Mary Wonizu Wonioya Abakare Mama Daora Kula Bori Mary Nandi win the war Python that's one, Python that's two Now Python that's a three Kula Bori Mary Nandi win the war Python that's one, Python that's two Now Python that's a three Kula Bori Mary Nandi Nande bu onye du aimo o meri woni nizu ngiro ya abakare mamanda ora una buri meri nande win the war Python that's one Python that's two now Python that's a three una buri meri nande win the war Python that's one Python that's two now Python that's a three una buri meri nande